Imagine yourself as a beginner athlete. Let's say you're doing fighting. So you're training with your master in a dojo. You train more. You get into some new martial arts sometimes. You get into boxing, karate, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai. Let's say you get into various things and then you decide that you're going to fight for the MMA. You can't straight up go to the highest of the highest league. You can't straight up go compete on the television, on the UFC. However, you can compete in some local competitions. So what you want to do, let's say you're actually very good. If you win a competition without losing any single time, you're going to have a really good score, right? However, you just have one competition. If you do this again, you have 2-1 competitions. However, if you take a look at those guys who are on the top of the mountain, like they are the best in your goal, they'll probably have hundreds or even thousands of wins. They will have done so much competition that you cannot fathom how much work they've done. The best on the work that you do, they are 100% doing thousands of times more work than you do. Thousands. When I say thousands, I really mean thousands. I'll give you an example of how you need to build volume. This channel, counting all the things that we post, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, we post about 25 posts a day. Counting like YouTube community posts, every single post is being counted. Let's say that we'll keep all this for a year. If you do the math around this, you'll get about 9,000-ish posts a year. 9,000 posts a year. Can you understand how absolutely huge this is? This is a huge amount of posts. Let's say that every single post has a 0.01% of chance of going viral. We are working so much that this chance, if you consider all the chance for all the channel, it is probably 0.1% chance that the channel in 1 year doesn't have any viral videos. If you calculate this, you could see that 99 divided by 100 times 99 divided by 100 times 9,000 times, this is the chance that we're not getting any single viral. So this is an absurdly small chance. This is a very small chance that any of these videos won't go viral. And looking on the pessimistic side, we'll probably have 2 viral posts a year. Looking on a very pessimistic side. Very. Because if 1 in 100 posts go viral every single year, this basically means that we're having at least 90 viral posts a year. And these posts might convert a lot of viewers. This is just an example of a calculation done in this channel to initiate this channel. For me to have faith in the growing of this channel, we need to have faith in this calculation, which means that at least some of our videos will go viral. At least some of our posts will go viral. What does this mean? This basically means that I am going to go viral sometime. That's it. It doesn't matter which time it is. It doesn't matter if the video is really good or not. This favors a lot for the video to go viral. But well, it doesn't really matter if you think about it. What does this mean? This means that volume negates luck. Every single time that you see something that depends on luck, it actually doesn't really. Because everything in life could depend on luck. Let's say you just finished the engineering graduation. Now you're a graduate engineer, right? You could be lucky enough for like a random company see your performance in your college, then picks you up for trial, then you get a huge enterprise job. Or you could be unlucky enough for you to not have any single job next to you after you finish university. And then you need to work as an Uber or something like that, even though you're an engineering graduate. This all depends on luck. Every single thing. Some things you need less luck than other things. For example, this engineering thing, you probably need less luck in this than you would need to succeed at being a professional swimmer, for example. Because there's so little space that you can get in the professional vocative for this. You will have very little space to work to find a job being a professional swimmer. However, as I said, volume negates luck. You just need to win more competitions than the guy that just got next to you after you beat the guy that was next to you before. This basically means that you should be doing as much work as possible if you want to have success. If you're a business that creates content, you need to create as much content as possible to not be dependent on your luck. If you've got a business that sells, I don't know, blankets, you need to do as much as an advertisement and as much marketing as possible for you to get all the clients that you could have. This means that every single person that can buy blankets should be buying them from you. That's it, no more. And if you haven't achieved this objective yet, this is good because you can keep pushing more volume into it. Let's say you're going to the gym, for example, then you have a workout, spend 3 days without having a workout, then you do another one. One workout, 3 days rest, one workout. When your body still can do exercise, doesn't feel exhausted, doesn't feel leisured, you can still be doing exercise. Let's say then that you're going to the gym, 1 day on, 2 out. Now 1 day on, 1 out. And you're still not getting tired, you're still not getting exhausted. Let's say you start doing every day then. Then you start to feel a little bit tired, but you're not exhausted. You could do more. Then you do 2 times a day and then you're exhausted. This means that this is probably above your max volume level. You do have a max volume. For example, you cannot sacrifice sleep and eating and drinking water for your work in your business. Otherwise you'll die. You will be very focused. Don't get me wrong, you will be a very focused person, but you're going to die. Focus is just the amount of things you give up to focus on one thing. This is focus. When you're a focused person, this means that you give up a lot of things to do the things that you need to do your North Star, to do the work that you really want to work on. This is being focused. This is being a focused person. It is for you to focus on one thing and one thing only, and give up other things towards this objective. So today I just recorded 4 videos. This means I'm more focused than usually, because usually I just record 2 videos a day. But today I recorded 4 videos. This means I'm more focused on the channel because I gave up more things that would use my time than I did most other days. However, I could be more focused. There were times today which I basically spent resting, then watching a video, then I laid down on my bed, then I did some Duolingo, then I meditated. There were times in my day where I did that. Most of my day was preparing to record and recording videos. I was very focused on this. However, if I did sacrifice the Duolingo, if I did sacrifice the meditation, I would be more focused toward this. What does this mean? This means that being the most focused you can be won't ever be as good as you think. You can push volume, push volume, push volume, but you're probably going to hit a limit. Because if you post, let's say you start a TikTok channel, if you post on TikTok 11 times a day, probably just 1 or 2 of your videos will actually get any views. TikTok doesn't accept as much volume as, for example, Instagram. On Instagram, you can spam post, spam post, spam post, and it will accept the volume. However, this does not happen in TikTok. You will not get viral just to push volume, push volume, push volume. On Instagram, this is not real as well because they have implemented some AI models who track really the video quality. So you actually need to have a good video for it to spread out. We just turned on the lights because the sunlight is getting very lower. So I hope you don't see any differences in the video. So going back to the subject, you do not have to push all the volume you can. You just need to push volume until it negates your luck. When it negates your luck, you've done enough volume. So you just need to push enough volume for it to negate your luck. That's it. You don't need to push any more volume if it already reached your max or if it doesn't work anymore. You should push volume as much as possible until it stops negating luck, until it becomes too much, until it becomes punitive or very unhealthy. So try reaching your max volume, but don't pass through it. The limit is very, very punitive. And also, you should be pushing volume until it negates your luck. There's no such thing as luck in business that already got a very good market, I would say. In businesses that already have a very good market, there's no such thing as luck. You just need to do more or do better than whoever's trying next to you, of whoever is in your niche. You need as well to respect yourself and respect your social circles enough for someone who talks about luck anytime that you talk about your dreams shouldn't enter your social circle. That is basically it. You shouldn't let people who solely talk about luck enter your social circle because they will make you feel unmotivated. They will make you feel like your dream isn't achievable when it actually is. You just need to push more volume. That's it. Remember, as always, the value of a man is just as high as his ambitions.